Okay, so what's going on, everybody? May peace and power elevation be to all of you tonight. This your girl Tiffany coming through live in effect. And before I get started, if you are currently watching on my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe to that channel and make sure you share the channel as well and hit the notification bell. If you're watching from Facebook, please make sure you share the video on Facebook. So tonight, we're going to get into a discussion, right, about an incident that happened uh, sometime last week or last weekend. So, if anybody know about Megan Thee Stallion, the rapper, last weekend she was out partying with friends with her best friend, Tory Lanez and Kylie Jenner. They was out having fun at over in Hollywood or Beverly Hills area, and she was at a swim party. So everything was all fun and everybody was enjoying themselves, smiling, having a good time, right? Then an incident took place where there was a shootout. And she ended up getting shot in the foot. So at first, they thought it was some glass that hit her foot, right? Excuse me. So at first, the police thought it was some glass that hit her foot. And that's what was reported. And today, later discovered that she was shot twice in the foot. So someone called the police after there was a shootout going on, and they excuse me, I got something in my eye. They found a weapon, a gun in Tory Lanez's car or in his SUV. So it was Megan, and it was her best friend, and it was Tory Lanez. So Tory Lanez ended up getting arrested on weapon charges. Um, and Megan ended up being the person that was wounded. So I'm gonna play the video. I'm gonna show a video clip when I get done of Megan stepping out the SUV. So let's go ahead and read the article, right? So I'm gonna read the article that come from time.com about the incident. So here I am on time.com. And it says Megan Thee Stallion shot. Tory Lanez arrested in Hollywood last weekend. Okay. An unclear altercation on early Sunday morning in Hollywood ended in the arrest of rapper Tory Lanez and a non-fatal shooting of rapper Megan Thee Stallion. All right. On Saturday night, the pair was captured on video together in an Instagram live post along with Kylie Jenner. However, a person out of frame can be heard telling them you gotta turn down the music. The PD just came. The LAPD, Lanez and Megan have provided no details of what followed. The LAPD told news outlet, including Pitchfork, that Lanez was booked for having a concealed firearm in a vehicle. LA County Sheriff Department's inmate records show that he was arrested at 4:40 a.m. Pacific time on Sunday morning and taken to the Hollywood precinct of the LAPD. He was released on $35,000 bond more than 5 hours later. Mm. Okay, and then let's go down further. where it says that initially TMZ reported that Megan Thee Stallion had been taken to the hospital from stepping on broken glass. However, she refuted this account in an Instagram post on Wednesday, writing that she had suffered gunshot wounds as a result of a crime that was committed against me and done with the intention to physically harm me. And this is what she put. I was never arrested. The police officer drove me to the hospital where I underwent surgery to remove the bullets, she wrote. She did not mention lanes in her post. So now that's her post right there. And it says that Megan writes that she underwent surgery and expected to make a full recovery. And she also wrote, I'm incredibly grateful to be alive, she wrote. Two rappers have taken on an outsized role in public life during quarantine over the last few months. Lanes have broken records for his Instagram Live series, Quarantine Radio, while Megan had a Billboard #1 hit, Savage, which was spurred by a viral dance craze. Okay. And then it goes on to talk about earlier this week, 4 men were charged in the murder of the rapper Pop Smoke, who was shot to death in Hollywood in February during a home invasion in an unrelated incident. The LAPD did not immediately respond to a request for comment. So let's talk. Let's talk about the company that you keep. The company that you keep. Now, there's something that's very strange and fishy. So this young lady go from having a party, having a good time, and there was an altercation where she ended up getting shot twice. Now, some of you might think that, oh, the girl just got shot in the foot twice. That ain't nothing. She'll be all right. She gonna recover. Sometimes you don't always recover from an injury like that. Because once them bullets go through your foot, it can strike a nerve damage. Yeah, it can cause a nerve damage. And you can end up losing a lot of blood. You can end up losing a lot of blood and you can suffer from a nerve damage. And if you step on anything that is poisonous, such as glass, anything that can cause an infection, you can eventually die from that. And then there was no telling what kind of caliber was in the gun. So I just want to show y'all something. If for those of you that don't believe that this girl was shot, I'm gonna show you a clip, right? And TMZ, hold on, let me look up, let me look it up. I'm on TMZ website. Okay, so I'm going to show this video clip. I'm waiting for the advertisement to end. I want y'all to look at it closely. I'm gonna pull it up. So see, that's Tory Lane laying on the ground. That's Megan. And that girl that's laying on the ground is her best friend. Look at that. Do y'all see Megan laying over?
Hey, remember when?
Okay. All right. Now, in that video clip, that was Megan leaning over to the ground. She was hopping. She was limping on her legs. And as you can see, all that blood is on the ground. And she sat on that concrete or sat on the grass and she leaned over. She laid down on the ground like she was in pain. That's not glass. That's a bullet wound. That's a bullet wound. So obviously that girl was shot. And the thing is, this is the part that gets me. How is that LAPD didn't know that she was a victim? How did LAPD not know that this woman? Let's go back and play a video by TMZ. How did LAPD not know that this girl was a victim? Do y'all see this? Do y'all not see this woman limping? This girl is limping. Just watch it closely. Let's stop right there. Now look at this. Do you see that little spot on the ground? That little spot on the ground, that's blood. That is blood. That's a lot of blood. And then look at this. Look how she just, hold on, let me go back. Do y'all see that? Look how she just leaning over like she's in pain. That should go right there, sitting on the ground. That should go right there. Look at her. And look at that. Look at that. Do y'all? Let's look at that one more time. Do you see how she collapsed on the ground? You can't tell me that's no bullet wound. That's a gunshot. That's what happens when people get shot. They collapse like that. I want to say something. And let's get to the article. Let's look at the article. Because according to the article here, it was said to be that Tory Lane allegedly, okay, we're going to say allegedly, to be on the safe side, all right, let's just read this article right here. It's come from cosmopolitan.com. And it says that Tory Lane fired the shots from within the vehicle while Megan was outside trying to leave. A source told Page 6 yesterday, there is video and the police are investigating. This is a case of a man physically harming and abusing a woman. If this is the case that this motherfucker did that shit to her, then that buster ass nigga need his motherfucking ass dealt with. Because I strongly believe, just looking at putting two to two together, right? They found a weapon in his car. They found a gun in his car. And she out there limping. He must have told the police that the glass had fell on her goddamn foot. So the question is, if he did it, okay? Let's just say allegedly, if he allegedly shot this woman, what could it be? What could be the motive behind it? And why was she trying to leave? Well, she probably was trying to leave because she was tired and she was ready to go home. And two, he probably shot her because it goes deeper. Now, I'm about to say something. This is my observation. This is what I think. I think that he shot her because she was turning down his advances. And you know what I mean by advances, right? He probably was trying to call himself trying to entangle with her. There I go using the word entangle. Thanks to Jada. But he wanted to entangle with her. And she probably told him no. And so he got upset and was like, okay, if that's how it's going to be. He pulled the gun out and he shot her. That's my observation. That's what I think. Now, then I could be wrong. It could have been somebody else that did it. But my observation telling me, or my intuition is telling me that he's the one that shot this girl. And he shot her because she wasn't interested in going home with him. She didn't want to be bothered with him. Now, let's talk real fast. Megan done had people in the industry that been trying to hit on her. Ever since she came out, she been having folks from the music industry trying to hit on her. Now, because, you know, she's very popular and she's a very beautiful woman. Very talented. Can dance and all that. And Tory Lanez saw the fact that, oh, Megan is talented, she very beautiful, she tall, and she thick, and yada yada. He probably thought, well, shoot, let me figure out how I'm gonna get to her and get close to her. So he figured maybe because he invited her to his party, to his swimming party, right? And they were hanging out with each other, that he was gonna get the opportunity to get what he want. And she said no. And she like, look, I'm finna go. I'm not with this. And it made him frustrated because all this time they was partying and he thought that he was going to get some. And by her telling him no, he didn't like that. He didn't like the rejection that he received. And maybe she came at him in an aggressive manner and he probably didn't like that. He probably felt intimidated and felt that it was necessary for him to shoot her in the damn foot. Now, once again, if it proves otherwise that he is innocent, then I stand corrected. If he's innocent, I will stand correct. But if not, and he the motherfucker that did that shit, may he live in misery. May he look over his shoulder every single day. Because, see, we're not looking at it from a celebrity point of view. We're not just going to look at Megan and Tory Lanez. We're going to look at a man and a woman. We're going to look at the case of this is a possibility of abuse. This is a possibility of a foul play. And see, and somebody like Megan, you know what, bro? Don't come over here with all that shit, bro. Don't do that. No, bro. We not finna play that game. We not finna play that. We not finna play that. No, that girl is not a transvestite. Don't come over here asking me that question, okay? The girl is not a transvestite. Cut that shit out. This ain't the time to become asking no dumbass questions. All right. Anyway, back to the point. Now, I just can't stand it. Why would you ask some dumbass question like that? Like, bruh, how many times has the girl told you she not a damn transvestite? Anyways, this is a case of a man and a woman having an altercation. This is a case of a possibility of abuse. That's what it looks like. Now, people thought that her best friend had something to do with it. People thought it was her best friend that was involved in it. Her best friend said, no. You got it twisted. No, that wasn't me. I was there when it happened, but I wasn't the one that pulled that trigger. And I highly doubt it if the girl pulled that trigger. I highly doubt it. Because if it was in his possession, I doubt if she took that gun and shot her in the foot. I doubt it. If she was sitting in the back seat of the SUV, I doubt it. I seriously doubt that. But you know what? Let's look at what else Megan has said that touched home for a lot of us women. And I have to strongly agree with her on this one. Okay, let's just read what she wrote. And I have to agree. I read it and I thought to myself, I said, I have to actually agree with her. Listen to what she said, and I'm going to read it. She wrote in her own tweet, on her tweet, she said, Black women are so unprotected, and we hold so many things in to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. Black women are so unprotected. We hold so many things and to protect the feelings of others without considering our own. Where's the lie? Didn't Malcolm X said the same thing? Didn't Malcolm say the most unprotected woman in America is the Black woman? The most disrespected one is the Black woman? The most neglected one is the Black woman? Did he not say that? I have to agree. I have to honestly agree. As a majority, Black women are unprotected. And most Black women, and I'm going to keep it real, most Black women don't know how to use self-defense. Most Black women don't know how to use self-defense. And most Black women don't carry weapons, like licensed to carry guns. It's very seldom that you're going to see Black women carry weapons, especially a gun. And you want to know the sad part about it? Many women, or Black women, I'm speaking about my community, I can't speak for other women, but many women in our community have not been taught how to properly protect themselves. They have not been taught how to protect themselves. Most of us ain't been taught that. Because you know why? You want to know the truth? Most of us didn't have father figures in our household to teach us how to protect ourselves. And if the woman learned, if most Black women learn how to protect themselves, it wouldn't be from their fathers. It would probably be from somebody like their cousin or their brothers or somebody out there in the streets. Somebody out there in the streets teaching them how to protect themselves. But for the most part, most women ain't learned how to protect themselves. Most women ain't learned how to use weapons. See, you can't go around here. And of course, yes, I do agree that men should protect women. But at the same time, it's also of the responsibility of the woman to protect herself. Not just the men, but also her responsibility to protect herself. Because see, if she doesn't learn how to protect, how to provide, then she will not learn how to survive. I'm going to say that again. If she does not learn how to protect and how to provide for herself, she will not learn how to survive. If you're not taught how to critically think for yourself, then you're going to get fucked over every single time. You're going to get fucked over all the time. If you're not taught how to go out there and provide for your basic needs and your wants, then you're going to expect somebody to do it for you. If you're not taught how to use self-defense, then there's a greater chance that you can be in more danger. There's a greater chance that you could possibly face more danger because you don't know much about self-defense. And and this all go back to this patriarchal bullshit. Yeah, this patriarchal bullshitty ass society we live in that feels that women should be in the house and be somewhere cooking and cleaning, and they not supposed to be doing this and supposed to be doing. Let me tell you something. Protecting oneself is a human right. It's not based on your gender. It's not to say that, okay, the man has the right to protect himself, but see, the woman, she can't protect herself because she got to depend on the man. No. That's not how it works. That's not how it works. That's bullshit. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Because in the kind of world that we living in today, who's to say that that man's gonna always be in the same house with you? Who's to say that that man's gonna always be there to protect you? So we gotta get out the fairy tale believing that we supposed to sit around and wait on somebody to come protect us and come save us. And my strong advice to the women out there, especially somebody who have gone through what Megan Thee Stallion been through, if you can afford it, get you some license and get a gun. Get a knife if you got to. Get a bear mace if you have to. Now, you may not be able to take your weapons and, you may not be able to take those things everywhere you go. You may not be able to do so because, certain places you can't bring weapons, you can't bring mace, and that's understandable. But in your own home, you should have some type of form of weapon around you. Especially if you got children. You need some weapon around you. If you gotta have a goddamn big ass sword, you better have that. If you gotta have a machete, you better have that. If you gotta have one of those little automatic saw, you better have that. If you gotta have that jackhammer, you better have that. That's better not having nothing shit. If you gotta use a jackhammer, use a jackhammer. If you gotta use some damn Clorox bleach and some boric acid and pour it on the motherfucker, do what you gotta do. Do what the fuck you gotta do. You gotta do something. You gotta have some form of protection. You got to. And these children, depend on their age, okay? Depend on the age. When they become of age, they need to start learning self-defense, okay? But before they can learn self-defense, they gotta learn discipline. All right? You gotta make sure that the child is disciplined enough. And once they're disciplined, they need to learn self-defense. Because at the end of the day, it ain't about being gangster. All right? For those of you out there, it ain't about being no gangster. Ain't about being hood with it. Ain't about being bowdy. Ain't about being G'd up and all that shit. No, it ain't about that. It's about survival. That's what it's about. It's about survival. So ain't nobody trying to be G'd up, hood up, gangster with it. You know what I'm saying? Throwing all this, throwing the set. We ain't, nah, it ain't about all that. It's about we gotta survive. Because it's a cold world. And I hope this be a strong lesson to someone like Megan. Be careful with the fucking company that you keep. Because a motherfucker, just because a motherfucker is friendly to your ass, sitting down drinking, smoking with you, don't mean that they ain't got no ulterior motives. You got to make sure you keep a close eye on everybody, even including your family. If that means you got to watch a motherfucker like a hawk, you got to. Do the fuck what you got to do. Do what you motherfucking got to do. Because everybody can't be trustworthy. Everybody can't sit at your table. Everybody can't eat with you. Everybody can't drink with you. You know, and I understand Megan has a great hospitality, Southern hospitality, because that's how we grew up in the South. We was taught to have hospitality. But guess what? You can't be too friendly with everybody, man. You can't be too friendly with everybody. You can't. Because everybody ain't on your level. You got people that has the intention of doing harm to you. You have people that has the intention of fucking over you. They take your kindness for your weakness. They take your kindness for your weakness. You gotta be firm. You gotta be on your A1. You gotta be on your game. You gotta pay attention out here, because baby, it's a chess. See, life is a game of chess. You're playing chess. That's what the fuck you playing, chess. You know, and I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. You got too many fuck niggas and punk ass bitches out here. Scandalous ass bitches. Snake ass niggas. Motherfuckers that hide behind. Motherfuckers that are wolves behind sheep clothing. You got people that hide behind sheep clothing, pretending. But they, deep down the inside, they some perpetrators. And they waiting for their opportunity. Let me read something else that she said. Let me read this shit right here. Let's read this. She put, and this is her Twitter account, by the way. She put, it might be funny to y'all on the internet and just another messy topic for you to talk about. But this is my real life, and I'm real life hurt and traumatized. So niggas might think that shit is funny. Ain't nothing funny about getting shot at. Ain't nothing funny about being a motherfucking victim. Getting 2 bullets shot in the fucking foot. Do you know what happened? That's a nerve damage. A permanent nerve damage at that. That girl could have had her whole entire foot cut off. Had they not did that surgery, she would have had to get her foot cut off. She would have had to get that foot amputated. That's how serious shit is. You got motherfuckers walking around here with bullets in their goddamn head. You got motherfuckers walking around with bullets in their legs. Bullets in their back. And the doctors can't even remove the bullets out their damn bodies. It's stuck with them. So all you jokers out there that think that this shit is fun and game, y'all got another thought coming. Obviously, you ain't got no motherfucking heart. Obviously, you don't give a fuck. And particularly by this happening to a woman, you definitely don't give a fuck if you think her situation is funny. I seen the motherfucking put, it went from hot girl summer to it went from hot girl summer to shot girl summer. Are you serious? That's the most disrespectful thing you can ever say. Shot girl summer. That's all you niggas can come up with. And yeah, she had to be traumatized. And she gonna continue to be traumatized. Because guess what? She gonna have to replay that shit back in her mind. That shit is gonna be something that she gonna remember. And don't be surprised if she turns out to be more aggressive than what she is. Don't be surprised she come out and start making hardcore music, expressing all her feelings. Y'all don't know what it's like to be traumatized. Because I've been there. I was traumatized as a child. And that shit ain't no fun. You can't even think straight. You can't even stay focused. You constantly shaking, bad nerves, having nightmares. Yeah, but to the ladies out there, y'all better quit spending y'all money on some motherfucking weed. Fuck all the weeds and shit. Fuck all the extra extravagant stuff. Get y'all some motherfucking weapons. That should be the first thing. You got kids and you got some stimulus. If you got your little stimulus package, you got your little what's it, unemployment benefits, you better take that money and take your ass down to the range. If the range is open, take your ass down there to the range. Get you some damn guns. Hell, get you a shotgun. Get the little kind. If you don't feel comfortable getting the big kind, get your ass a little kind, the smaller version, and have that bitch in your house. Because motherfuckers is grimy. Motherfuckers on that bullshit. Motherfuckers on that fuck shit. And motherfuckers looking to do your ass out here. Let me tell you, bullets don't discriminate. Bullets do not discriminate. Bullets don't say, hey, we will target this person. No, bullets ain't going to discriminate. And the person that behind the gun, they don't discriminate. They don't care. They'll target anybody. Just recently, a little 8-year-old girl got killed in Atlanta at the Chevron gas station inside of a car. The little girl got shot and killed. And she was in the goddamn car. But luckily, one of the guys turned themselves in. And the other one is still in investigation for. And let's talk about Rickey Smiley's daughter real quick. So, bless his heart. Bless his brother's heart. Let's look at how the incident happened. All right, I'm on AL.com. And it says 19-year-old daughter of comedian and radio talk show host Rickey Smiley continues to recover after she was wounded by crossfire in Texas earlier this week. Aaron Smiley has undergone 2 surgeries since the Sunday night shooting in Houston and is expected to be released from hospital Friday, Smiley told AL.com in an interview Wednesday. And the incident took place this was posted on July the 8th of 2020. I just thank God she is alive, Smiley said. We're just staying prayed up and optimistic. Smiley's daughter was shot about 8:45 p.m. Sunday when she and her boyfriend were headed to Whataburger. According to Houston police, Aaron was one of the 4 people injured in the shooting at the 6898 South Freeway, State Highway 288 Service Road. According to police, 3 men were in a vehicle at a stoplight when another vehicle passed them, and the occupants opened fire on the 3. All 3 men in that car were injured, as was Aaron, who was in a separate vehicle with her boyfriend. Aaron is a freshman at Baylor University and plans to attend medical school after graduation. She attended high school in Bogota, Colombia, and then finished her senior year in Houston. The only thing she remembered is they started shooting and she felt something hot on her leg, like something was burning, and she looked down and blood was gushing out of her leg. Smiley said they drove to the hospital, which was 5 minutes away. Okay, so let's take a look at Rickey Smiley real quick. Bless his soul.
Hey, what up? This is your boy Rickey Smiley. Man, first of all, I want to thank everybody for your cards and your phone calls and everybody that people, everybody that showed a lot of love. I really appreciate it. We are humble and grateful and thankful for you. My daughter is doing fine. She had surgery today. Her surgery went really well. She's doing great, and I just appreciate everything. Shout out to Congresswoman Sheila Jackson Lee. Shout out to the Houston Police Department Police Chief and the Houston Assistant Police Chief. And shout out to the Turkey Leg Hut, I think that's the name of it, restaurant for the food. The Breakfast Club restaurant. Those are good friends of mine. And everybody has been so awesome and accommodating. And I'm thankful, and we are thankful, and we are grateful. My daughter's fine. She had surgery today. She feels a lot better. She will walk. They closed her wound, and she's going to go home Thursday or Friday with the boot. She'll be able to put pressure on her leg. She's doing fine. But don't worry about us. What I really want to ask everybody to do, I'm asking everybody to pray for the families whose kids did not survive due to gun violence this weekend. Don't worry about us. We're fine. And we're thankful and grateful for your prayers. But what I want everybody to please do today is send energy to that grandmother in Birmingham, Alabama, that's crying because she got to figure out how she's going to comfort her daughter who lost her son. She's a grandmother. She lost a grandson, and she got to comfort her daughter who's still her baby. Got to deal with that. Got to go to the funeral home and pick out a casket and write an obituary and comfort her daughter, make sure her daughter's straight. That's sad. That's who we need to be praying for. I thank you for praying for us, praying for me, my family, my mom, everybody. Our whole family is here in Houston, Texas. But what I really need is to the 8-year-old that got killed in Atlanta and all the kids. They got killed all over the country 4th of July weekend due to gun violence. Send all of your energy, all of your calls, all of your texts, all of your cash app to those families. They need you. Don't worry about it. We glad that the only thing we got to do is go buy some crutches. That's it. We didn't have to pick out a casket or an obituary. By the grace of God, we thank God for his grace and his mercy because that could have been us. We're grateful, we're humble, and we're grateful. So my job is to make sure that we bless these people and figure out, I got to figure out how to get to this lady where I can see what I can do to help her. Because I felt so bad. I've been crying off and on all day. Man, I keep watching that interview with that grandmother saying I got to figure out how I'm going to comfort my daughter who lost her son. So thank you for your prayers. We're fine. Pray for that grandmother in Birmingham, Alabama, and that family in Atlanta that also lost an 8-year-old. Just imagine if you got the news that something happened to your 8-year-old. So let's keep all these people lifted up in prayer. And at some point, when y'all ready to have a conversation about what we do in our community and how we act and things that we do in our mindset of our people, I'll be ready to have that conversation. And I'm not going to compare this to the movement that's going on because the movement is legit and real and I support it. But we need to figure out how to get these hoodlums out of our community that's around here killing innocent people. Now they're killing women and now they're killing our kids. You understand? So who we going to blame for that? When are we going to have that conversation? You scared? You scared when you walk through the mall? I was scared walking through the Galleria today when I saw certain folks doing certain things. I'm scared. 5 family members: Brandon, the Essence, Aaron, Malik, myself. 5 of us under one roof. 2 of us are gunshot victims. Look at that. 5 of us, but 2 of us are gunshot victims now. Me and my daughter shot in our own communities that we serve every year. Anybody asks us to do something, our family in the community we serve. And anybody knows us know that we serve. And damn it if 2 of us ain't gunshot victims. So when everybody ready to have that conversation without getting dragged on the internet for talking down to black people, talking about how we act and how we carry ourselves and the things that we do. Yeah, white supremacy is real. Systemic racism is real. Yeah, we're addressing that issue now. But at some point when you're ready, see, that's the yard. Systemic racism, that's the yard. White supremacy, that's the yard. But at some point we got to work on the house because you don't fix a yard until you fix everything in the house. That's just my opinion. I love y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Share this video. Thank everyone for their prayers. God bless you. God bless your life. And we're humble and grateful. Happy that our daughter is alive. God bless you. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Yeah, that's the conversation. Look, let me say this. As I can see, I don't have that many views, but I don't expect to have many views because guess what? I really don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck if I ain't got that many views because the topics I may speak on, it might be boring to you. It might not be entertaining. It might not be click based or whatever. I speak on the topic because I choose to speak on it. Okay. Now, for those of you that are watching, thank you. I appreciate that. But for those of you that are not watching, that's fine with me. I'm okay with that. I'm a-okay. I'm okay with not earning a lot of views because I really just started my channel, my YouTube channel at that. And two, I'm all right with that. Because see, my thing is not to just entertain people or just make people feel good. That's not what I'm here to do. You know, so eventually it's going to take time. It's going to take time. Now, let's take a look at his daughter. All right. This is his daughter right here. Let's see her progress. Welcome to reality. It's going to take a minute for that young lady to fully recover. It's going to take a minute for Megan to fully recover. So with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and log off this video, right? But only thing I want to say this, and also Megan mentioned this about protecting your energy. Not only protecting yourself, but you must protect your energy at all costs. You must do that at all costs. With that being said, I thank you guys for watching this video. For those of you that are watching. And if you are on my YouTube channel, please make sure you subscribe and share if you want to, if you choose to. If you are watching from Facebook, please go ahead and share the video if you choose to. Again, you know, this topic needs to be had and need to be looked at. So, you know, when we sit up here, and I want to say this real fast. We can sit here and talk about white supremacy. Yes, as Mr. Smiley mentioned in that video. We can talk about all those things. We can talk about racism. But when are we going to be able to get comfortable and talk about what's going on in our neighborhoods? Huh? When are we going to get comfortable to talk about what people are doing to us? When we gonna start having more and more conversation about that? And when are we gonna start supporting more people that are taking the initiative to create organization to combat the violence in our community? Now, again, you'll never get rid of violence, of course. But when are we going to support those who are helping to reduce the violence? I'm sorry about that. But yeah, how many people are actually supporting those who are trying to reduce violence on the streets? Who trying to reduce the violence so that way less children will get killed and less women losing their lives and elders, etc. How many people are doing that? So I'm gonna look at this from an angle. How many of those who say, well, what about black on black crime? Okay, so here's your opportunity now. We're talking about black on black crime. What are you guys doing? For those of you that saying, what about black on black crime? To show support to those organizations that are doing something. How many of you are actually going out here to support those organizations? And for those who just want to focus on white supremacy, when are you going to focus on what's going on in the neighborhood? When are we going to have those conversations more often? When are we going to talk about violence between men and women more often? Are you scared to have that conversation? Are you scared that it's going to bring some form of accountability? Is it too much of a topic to deal with? So when are we going to do that? So when are the ones that say, what about black on black crime? When are you going to start reaching out and trying to support those that are doing something about the crime in our community? And for those who just talk about white supremacy all day, when are you going to look at the concept of white supremacy taking place within our neighborhood and do about those who have that mindset of white supremacy? It's just a question. I'm just asking. So with that being said, I hope you guys have a wonderful evening or whatever you are. And please be safe out here, not only during this pandemic, but be safe out here in these streets, especially to the ladies, especially to these sisters out here. Please be safe. Be careful with the company that you keep. Be careful who you got in your house. Be careful who you call your friends. Be careful. You got to be suspicious and you got to be skeptical of everybody around you. You got to start being skeptical of everybody around you. And that's a fact. So other than that, you all have a good one. Thank you for watching. Peace.